Today we're going to be taking a look at the Donner compressor pedal. It's the Ultra compressor, Super compressor, something like that. The Donner Ultimate compressor. That's what it is. So, interestingly enough, we're going to be playing through a Donner looper pedal in series with a monoprice distortion pedal, another cheap bargain distortion for monoprice, and then we have the Donner compressor, and I'm going through some other effects with a Zoom MS50G. Another great budget buy. Seriously. Here's the beauty, you're not going to believe this. Everything you hear is going to be coming out of this Donner 3-watt mini amp on the clean channel, going direct out into my recording unit, the trusty, handy Zoom R24. So the Donner's playing back what I just recorded now. There you have it, the Donner Ultimate Compression.
Here's my quick, kind of concise review of the Donner Verb Square. I'm running it through a looper of the Sir Duke breakdown that I butchered, but you know, I'm having fun with this, and I'm doing it on the steel drums, so very unconventional, using the steel drum, the Onsole pan pickup, running it through the Yamaha mixer, and then a radial JDI passive direct box coming out of one EV speaker. Just gonna run through all the different sound effects and, you know, give my opinion on this. I'm very new to effects, and my opinion of this is, you know, a noob at best, I would say. Here's the dry signal. This is the room. Switch to the hall reverb. Spring reverb. Plate. Studio. And mod. So, interesting effects going on. I think pretty much anything church, spring, and plate was just a little too much feedback for the steel drum. The room, hall, studio was okay, and mod, they're different. But semi-effective for the steel drum, I would say, and I'm sure more effective for a guitar. Again, I'm just trying to figure this thing out. I would say for the price point, this is a fun little toy to try, and I would recommend it, especially at this price point. Thanks.
Hey guys, I'm just doing a quick video demo of the Donner Emo Amp controller. I will be doing a more in-depth demo and review of it on my YouTube channel, Poor Man Pedals, in 2020. But real quick, it is a passive amp attenuator. Donner was kind enough to send it out to me. I went ahead, I've got my Parker P38 plugged into my Crate 80 watt 80 watt DSP powered thingamajig. The GT80 DSP from Crate. I'm on the rhythm channel. I've got the gain set to about 6 or 7. I'm on the tube setting. My level is at about 2.5. And I do not have the pedal in. This pedal goes into the effects loops and is not currently plugged in. It's literally just me going into the amp, and the amp has a little bit of reverb set in, and it is loud. I don't know how well that's going to show through in the video, but it is mega loud. That was with a single coil, and it's very loud right now. So I'm going to go ahead, plug in to the effects loop. Let's see here. This one goes here, and this one goes here. And you'll notice I do not have any power connected up here. It can take a 9-volt power supply, and I'll do that in a minute. Well, I won't actually do that. But this is a passive attenuator, which means it doesn't need power to do its job, apparently. So I'm going to go ahead. I haven't touched any settings on the amp. As you can see, the pedal is set to 9 o'clock. Holy crap, that's a lot quieter. I haven't touched the amp settings at all. Let me go ahead. I'll just turn that up. It's louder. Now, if I were to turn this all the way down, there's no sound coming through the amp at all. I can just talk normal over it, no problem. All you hear is the guitar. So there's that. If you have power turned on, what that does is it allows you to activate the foot switch, which has a nice click, and the light would turn on. Maybe it still worked. I don't even know. Hey, it still worked. All the power powers is the light. So there's that. I just discovered that. But if you activate the switch, what that does is it basically acts as a mute button. So yeah, there you go. There is the Donner Emo Amp controller. It's very useful if you practice at home a lot and you need something to, you want to keep your amp settings the same as when you play with your band, but you need that lower volume. This allows you to keep all that headroom in theory, and there you go. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, check out Poor Man Pedals in 2020. We have a bunch of new videos coming, including a more in-depth view at this one.
Feedback button. this crank a feedback, not a little bit more. Here there is a part where the pedal becomes uncontrollable, kind of. So if you can see it, I'll zoom it out for you. I'll zoom it in rather for you. Hopefully it focuses. You see the feedback set somewhere here. Guitar starts to go crazy. Hopefully you can hear all the noise that the pedal can generate. I hope you find it useful and you have a great day.
Good evening. Quick video review of the Donna Tutti Love chorus pedal. Comes nicely packaged. It's a well-made little unit with an aluminium body. Seems to be pretty well bulletproof as far as I can see. Good switch gear. Pretty quiet in operation. Proper bypass option. I've been trying it out with my acoustic guitar, and I'll give you a little demo in a moment as best I can. But just to give you a quick tour, you've basically got three controls. You've got on the left-hand side, although you can't read it very well in this light, it says level, and that controls the level of chorus. The one on the right is the depth, and the big one in the middle is the speed, or the rate. And by playing with those, you can get some quite interesting effects. I've got all mine set to the middle, which just gives me a bit of a subtle chorus effect, but you can obviously, I'll try and demonstrate changing them a bit as I go. So what I'm going to do now is try and reposition my phone so that I can record and play a few notes at the same time. And if you bear with me a moment, we might get there. So that's in sort of setting I like, but just to give you an idea, if you turn things up, then we start to get, sorry, a bit of feedback there. Probably as much as I can do with the sort of setup I've got, but hopefully it's given you an idea of what this is able to do, and I think it's, you know, it's a pretty nice add-on to my pedal board. Okay, thank you.
quick video demo of the Donna Dark Mouse analog distortion pedal. This is clean signal. I just switch it on, and this is with your filter sort of halfway, so you're not getting a great deal of filtration, but it's quite calm. You can if I just dial up, you can hear it already coming away. And this is still with the filter, which is kind of like a limiter. If I take that down, just adds a bit more of a toppy edge to it. If I put that back up to the middle for now, put this up sort of, I'll put it at 12 o'clock, you can get the impression. And then with the filter rolled back, this has also got your classic, you can't quite see it, and a hyper switch. And the hyper switch just gives you a bit more bottom end, it just makes it a bit more edgy. If I put that back to say 9 o'clock and have the filter back where it was. And I'll put everything back to where the classic. Really, really good distortion pedal. I'd highly recommend it.
Hello, my name is McKay Tebbs, and I'm here with the Emo amp controller made by Donner. I'm going to demonstrate how it works for you. First of all, it's a passive attenuator, and you don't need to plug it into the power for it to work. It'll still work if it's not plugged in, but if it is plugged in, then the LED light comes on. So really the power is just for the LED light. And one of the things you can use this for is a kill switch. So you can play your guitar, and if you stomp on it, it will automatically kill the sound. You can play things like volume's off. Now I'm going to tune my guitar. I just want to turn the volume off, and then when you're done tuning, you can turn it back on. Just like that. So in this case, I kind of have it set up like a volume pedal, but this knob up top, it does adjust how loud it is. So if I increase it, it's going to sound a lot louder. I turn it back down, it's more at the level that I want it to have. And of course, I could turn it down low. And one of the advantages to having it on your pedal board like this is that you just reach down and just turn it right there on your knob. It's right next to all your other pedals, so it's pretty easy. I have my pedals far away from my amp, so I'd have to get up and cross the whole room if I wanted to adjust the volume on my amp. But the big use of this pedal is you can run it through your amp, so that you can crank the volume up on your amp and overload it and have it distort, but not have the volume level be high. So if you're looking for the dirty, crunchy sound, then you could control that with this, and you could get it at a low volume, which is great for practicing in your room. So anyway, it's a great little pedal. I'm glad I have it, and thanks for watching this video.
Guitar fully in tune. I'm about as impressed with this as you can be for a tuning pedal. It feels sturdy, it's good, you got your in, you got your out. Nice clicky button. Bright LED screen, actually kind of brighter than the pitch black is, so pretty handy.
Thank you.